all right, we've been waiting. And if you've been in the action camera world for a while, you know this wait started way back in 2019 when the original GoPro Max hit the market. It was good, fun, and a proper 360 shooter for creators, adventurers, and anyone who just wanted to film everything at once and worry about angles later. But then, silence. Year after year, update after update, we watched Hero get refined. But no Max 2. That was, until recently. Now we finally have something. Not everything yet, but just enough to get us talking. Because GoPro has officially teased the Max 2, and it's a visual teaser that dropped on X this July. And if you've seen the image, it's not blurry, it's not hidden behind shadows, it's the actual camera, which means it's coming soon, and there's a lot we can expect. So today, we're diving into it. What this camera might bring, what GoPro needs to do to make it worth your time, and of course, what it might cost, and when we can finally get our hands on it. Let's get into it. So let's start with the teaser itself. It came straight from GoPro's official account, posted on July 6th, and they weren't exactly being shy. The GoPro Max 2 was front and center, and just from that single image, we get a few things confirmed. First, it's keeping the dual lens setup, that classic 360 form factor with one lens on each side. But it looks slimmer. The body appears more refined, less boxy, more fluid. It gives off a vibe that this time GoPro really focused on both design and portability. We're expecting some weight reduction here too, because if you've used the original Max, you know it's not exactly feather light. And with 360 shooting, every extra gram adds up when you're mounting it on a helmet or sticking it to a bike. So just from that teaser, the Max 2 feels more ready for today's standards, sleeker, sharper, and hopefully smarter. Now the interesting part, what this camera might bring. Well, nothing is officially out yet, but we can set some expectations based on trends, competition, and GoPro's own history. Let's start with resolution. The original Max topped out at 5.6K for 360 video. That was great. In 2019, but we're in 2025 now, and Insta360's X5 just dropped with 8K 360 capture. That's the new bar. So we're fully expecting GoPro to step up here. 8K has to be on the table, not just to match the competition, but to future-proof this camera for creators who want detailed, reframable footage with plenty of crop room. And speaking of reframing, there's a lot pointing toward AI auto-framing features. Think, shoot once, then let the camera or the app automatically find the best angles, best subject framing, and even motion tracking in post. That's the kind of smart tool that can actually make a 360 workflow usable for everyday folks, not just techie creators. Then there's object tracking. Honestly, it's expected at this point. You set a subject, the camera keeps it locked, whether you're filming a trail run, a kid's birthday party, or a car speeding down a track. On stabilization, well, this is GoPro's territory. No brand has leaned into EIS the way they have. And since the Max one already had great stabilization, we're expecting this next one to push it further. Something like hyper smooth but tailored for 360, more fluid, more precise, especially for high action sports. Plus, there's talk of cloud editing, and that makes sense. GoPro has been building out its subscription model for a while now. Cloud backup, automatic highlight reels, quick edits without having to load everything on your phone. This is the kind of ecosystem play that could make the Max 2 easier to live with day to day. Now, let's zoom out for a second. In 2025, hardware still matters, but software is where brands are starting to separate themselves. And Insta360 is already ahead on that front. Their app? It's loaded. It's intuitive. You can do a lot without ever touching a laptop. So GoPro really needs to nail the app experience here. Smooth object tracking, easy reframing, smart auto edits, maybe even voice-guided edits in the app. We'll see. But if GoPro wants the Max 2 to be more than just an alternative, they'll need to give creators tools that save time and boost creativity. That's where AI could become a serious player in this release. Smart auto framing, predictive highlight cuts, maybe even shot suggestions based on motion. It's all possible now. And if they package that well, it could be a major reason to pick this over the X5. Alright, as for competition, we must mention X5. Because right now, Insta360 is leading this space. The X3 made waves, and the X5, it's a powerhouse. 8K 360 video, sharp image quality, solid app support, and that price, $549 at launch. That's where things get interesting. If GoPro can deliver 8K with better stabilization, tight integration with their own subscription service, and possibly improved heat management or battery performance, they might just have something that not only competes but overtakes. But that's a big if. GoPro has the brand trust. People know the name. But Insta360 has been innovating faster. So this release feels like GoPro saying, alright, enough watching, now it's our turn. Speaking of its release time, GoPro teased this in early July. And if we look at their history, they don't tease products too far in advance. They're not the kind of company that teases in summer and ships in winter. So with the teaser now live, we're looking at a pretty narrow window. The most likely timeline? End of August to early September 2025. That would fall right into the usual GoPro launch cycle and give them time to ride the buzz into the holiday season. So we're just weeks away. And now, probably the most sensitive part, price. If you look at the GoPro Max from 2019, it launched at $499, and today it's sitting around $370. Now, the Max 2 is expected to fall somewhere between $400 and $500 as well, which is interesting, because if GoPro manages to bring true 8K 360, high-end stabilization, and smart software all within that price, then they're undercutting Insta360's X5 by at least $50. That's strategic and bold. It tells us GoPro wants this camera in more hands. Not just pros, but travelers, vloggers, cyclists, parents, anyone who wants a one camera does it all option. That's the mindset GoPro seems to be tapping into. So where does this all land us? Well, here's how we're looking at it. The GoPro Max 2 is more than just a spec bump. It's a signal that GoPro hasn't forgotten about the 360, that they've been watching, learning, and waiting for the right moment to jump back in. Not just with another camera, but with a fully competitive, possibly market-leading one. There's still a lot we don't know. But if GoPro delivers what's expected, it could become the go-to 360 cam for a huge range of users. So if you're thinking about getting into 360, or waiting to upgrade your original Max, this might be the time to hold on just a little longer. What's coming looks promising, and if GoPro pulls this off right, it could be one of the best releases of the year. So that was all. Thanks for watching. Drop your thoughts on the upcoming GoPro Max 2 in the comments. If you found it helpful, give it a like and subscribe for more camera news and reviews.